Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today I'm going to be going over my final team selection for the Game Week 17 deadline. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what is your Game Week 17 team looking like, subscribe if you're brand new. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So starting things off, I've actually changed my team around quite a bit, more so the midfield and the up front. But at the same time, the keepers are the exact same. I've still got Kepa and Ward. Kepa, even though Chelsea's offensive numbers have not been too good, they've got some really nice fixtures coming up. Bournemouth at home, Forest, a double up, and then Crystal Palace. He's only 4.5, so I'm okay with having him. And then I've also got Ward as a backup anyway, so you're like, even when Chelsea have Liverpool away, I'll probably just play Ward that game week where they've got Brighton at home. I think that's a more than okay fixture for Leicester, especially because Brighton haven't been too great under the new manager. So yeah, I could easily see a clean sheet in that game for Leicester, and I don't really want to play Kepa away at Liverpool because that's not the greatest fixture to play him in, especially with how interesting Chelsea have been at the back so far this season. But yeah, I mean, I've already spoke about these two guys a lot in the other videos that I put up this week, so I don't really need to talk too much about them. But either way, my keeper options, Kepa and Ward. The back line consists of White, Cancelo, Trippier, Martinez, and Bueno. So as you can see, no Reece James, which is the one thing that I'm a little bit worried about with this draft. But I think the rest of my team will be okay enough to combat any kind of craziness that Reece James does if he does kind of pop off. Again, we don't even know if he's going to be ready for the Prem. But if he is, like I say, that's a situation that we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, White I think is more than okay for an Arsenal defender. I mean, he's only like 6 points behind Gabriel and like 8 points behind Saliba, and he's like so much cheaper. So yeah, White I think is a really good option for a fullback for Arsenal. And yeah, I won't have to play him every single week, but you know, he's still got West Ham at home this week if I did want to play him. We then move on to, like I say, Cancelo, who is an option in my team that's not going to go anywhere. Absolutely fine with having Cancelo. Trippier is a bonus point machine, so he's not going anywhere. I've also got Martinez as well. I mean, the Game Week 17 onwards fixtures for United are obviously really nice. They've got Forest at home, Wolves away, and Bournemouth at home. As a Forest fan, I hope Martinez does not keep a clean sheet and we win the game. But you know, if Forest don't score, it would be nice to get the 6 points from Martinez. And then when, you know, they do have the City and Arsenal fixtures, I'm okay with that because as you can see, I've still got 0.5 mil in the bank. So I can easily change Martinez to somebody else completely. I could even double up on Newcastle defense and bring in Botman because when they do have City, Newcastle have got Fulham at home, so I wouldn't mind playing double City defense there. But I've got up to 5 mil to play around with for Martinez, so I'm okay with bringing in another defender for Martinez, and there's so many options as well to bring in. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I love the fact that I've still got 0.5 in the bank because that's a lot of money to still have in the bank in terms of being able to upgrade or downgrade a player. But yeah, 0.5, really happy that I can go up to 5 mil if need be. I can even bring in like a Chelsea defender if they do start, you know, doing really well. And instead of Reece James, just have a different 5 mil Chelsea defender that week if there are any that play. And then also Bueno as well. Actually been really, really good in the weeks that in the games that they have played, the friendlies and stuff and everything like that. Like really, really excited to have him in my team. He's only 3.9. I think he's an absolute staple on a lot of teams. He's better than Nico Williams, like stats wise and stuff, and also Patterson as well. I don't think comes close to Bueno, and he's cheaper as well. So with Wolves fixtures, again, I probably won't be playing him any of those fixtures unless he just absolutely starts popping off under the new manager. But I'm more than happy to have him on the bench as bench fodder, and then when I eventually play my bench boost, hopefully we'll nab me a goal or something like that. So that's the back line there. The midfield has changed a lot. So I've got Martinelli and Rashford and Andreas Pereira, but I've also brought in Somerville and De Bruyne. Somerville, obviously, I'm not going to be playing until Game Week 19 where they've got West Ham at home if I need to. Like, I wouldn't be, like, obviously he's flagged at the moment. We're not 100% sure if he's going to be fit. Some people are saying he's not going to be ready till Game Week 19, Game Week 18, which is fine because I'm not going to play him against City or Newcastle anyway. It's these fixtures for Leeds that I'll probably target him for, which they've got some really nice fixtures after the City and Newcastle game. You know, West Ham, Villa, Brentford, Forest, and his history has actually been really, really good. He's in the last 4 games, Game week 13, 6 points. Game week 14, 7 points. Game week 15, 15 points. Game week 16, 7 points. He's just returning in every single game, and he's playing like 90 minutes now as well in games. So yeah, for only 4.4 mil, you know, I'm more than happy to have him in my team, and it allows me to sort my kind of upfront out as well. But yeah, Martinelli, De Bruyne, and Rashford are going to be the main three. This is pretty much a 4-3-3 kind of formation. But like I say, if Somerville starts popping off, or I need to play Andreas Pereira for like the double, for example, then obviously I can play him that week. But yeah, I'm more than happy with this midfield. Martinelli, who again potentially could be going up front now. Mikel Arteta's comment saying with Jesus out, Martinelli could even play up front, which those kind of comments means that I can't get rid of him. And then Rashford as well. I mean, did you see his goal last night? Jesus, guy's on fire, man. Like this guy, I can't wait to see him in the Prem. I love Marcus Rashford, and I'm really happy that, you know, he's back in form and stuff. But yeah, his goal in the Carabao Cup was ridiculous, that solo goal. So if he starts doing a few more of those, definitely not going to be leaving my team anytime soon. The only unfortunate thing is the player that I have to drop is Almiron. But, you know, with St. Maximin back and stuff, I don't know if that's going to change anything, and it's a little bit too risky, whereas I know that Rashford, Martinelli, De Bruyne are sure players, and yeah, the other option is obviously Salah as well for De Bruyne, which I could bring in because I do still have the money, so I still need to think about that one a little bit, whether to have De Bruyne or Salah. But at this point in time, you know, I think De Bruyne is a better option, and I'll talk about that why in a little bit. But that's the midfield. The up front consists of Darwin Núñez, Haaland, and Kane. So in this draft, I have managed to fit in Haaland, De Bruyne, Kane, and Darwin Núñez, and Cancelo, and still have a relatively decent midfield in Martinelli and Rashford. Like, just because the players are cheap, like Rashford 6.7, doesn't mean that he's not going to be a good option. With Ronaldo out of the picture now, I think Rashford's actually going to have a really good season. And Martial as well, I think, is also a good option, but there's only so many forward options you can have. This draft also doesn't have Mitrovic, but again, he's on 4 yellows. I know Kane is as well. And I know that obviously Mitrovic will have that double coming up, but Andreas Pereira and Mitrovic are on like the same points, pretty much. I think they might even be on the exact same points. I'm not 100% sure, but they're very, very close. And so I don't think Mitrovic is as essential as you need. And as well as that, if he gets a red card or, well, a yellow card, he'll be out. And you know, if Kane does get a yellow for the double and Mitrovic doesn't, I'll just downgrade to Mitrovic for the double. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, that's kind of the team right now. Darwin Núñez's numbers compared to Salah's are ridiculous, by the way. That's why I'm going with Núñez over Salah. I know that Núñez isn't on penalties, but with Diaz being out, Jota being out, Darwin Núñez's numbers look really, really good. And if he doesn't play, I can just downgrade him to Mitrovic as well and have a lot more money in the bank. So I'm actually really, really happy with this draft, and I can't see it changing much at all. If Somerville is like out for whatever reason for like ages, there's also Bailly as well that I could bring in, which again would stop me from moving up to a 5 mil defender. But at the same time, I could even like move Kepa onto a 5 mil keeper as well if need be. Like, there's a lot of options I can do with a 0.5 mil. And like I say, if something doesn't happen with Darwin or Kane, like if they get injured or anything like that, or Haaland gets injured, I always have the option to downgrade to Mitrovic, which I'm really, really happy about. It kind of gives me like that safety net. Or other strikers as well, like Callum Wilson is also an option. I wouldn't go anywhere near Tony because of all the breaches and stuff, and you know, I don't think Brentford have got the greatest fixtures anyway. But yeah, if you've got Tony in draft, I'd probably move away from him just because you don't really know what's happening with him with like the lore and stuff, let alone in FPL. So yeah, this is my draft. Triple City, only one Liverpool player, but I think Darwin Núñez is good enough. I wouldn't really go near Liverpool defense either. They just look very, very leaky. And only one Chelsea option as well, I know, for the fixtures they've got coming up and the double. But at the same time, I think I'm more than happy with the players that I've got. And I just feel like Kane's going to do really well in that double as well. Like, I know it's Arsenal and City, but I don't know. I've just got a really good feeling about him popping off in that game week. So we'll see what happens in that game. But yeah, that is going to be my my Game Week 17 final draft. I'm not going to touch it now unless we get any more information about certain players, injuries or whatever. But it looks to be like that is my team locked in. Obviously, Haaland's going to be my captain and stuff. I might make a final video before the deadline if there's any like massive changes. But if not, this will be the team that I go into Game Week 17 with. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts on my team? What are your thoughts on your team? You know, let me know your tweets and stuff in the comment section. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.